Hello and welcome to Newswatch Online TV News. I am your host, Maria Tudukuri. Sierra Leone Association of Women in Journalism has signed a memorandum of understanding with Rainbow Initiative to organize training for female journalists on gender-based violence (GBV), to promote the work of Rainbow Initiative and give more women and girls opportunity to access their facilities. Tailor-made messages to educate the public on gender-based violence and support survivors.
Let that happen. But on behalf of Sierra Leone Association of Women in Journalism, we are glad that we've come this far with Rainbow Initiative. We've been following your work over the years as media practitioners. Sierra Leone Association of Women in Journalism comprises of female journalists from both print, electronics, and even freelance. We are all, we've been into this work of journalism for quite some time now, most of us, though we also have young journalists among us. But working for and with women has been our passion, because as women we've seen it all. We know the challenges that we face in our society. We know it's not peculiar to Sierra Leone, but Sierra Leone is facing a lot of challenges, especially us women. We are hearing about the issues around rape, gender-based violence, for which we know Rainbow Initiative, that's your own niche. That's one key thing that you are here for. And we know partnering with you will help us together to fight this menace in our society, which is all these challenges, the sexual and gender-based violence, rape, you name it. There's so many things that we are facing as women in our society today. And as women, we are also, our partnership is across the country. We are not just in Freetown, we are in the north, the east, the south of Sierra Leone. Our partnership, our membership is open to the various institutions, media institutions across the country. So we believe whatever we'll be doing together as Rainbow.
Sierra Leone is set to embark on its first mid-term census to provide updated data to that which were collected during the 2015 general census, set baselines and capture the progress of specific national goals. Samuel Ansumana, Director of Communications, Public Relations Statistics, Sierra Leone, speaks on the relevance of this upcoming mid-term census.
Let me also use this opportunity to explain the difference between a mid-term census and the full. We have two types of censuses. We have a full or primary census, and we have a mid-term census. A full or primary census is the total process of collecting, compiling, evaluating, analyzing, disseminating or publishing socioeconomic and demographic indicators or data of a people or of a specified population or country at a particular point in time. All right? And it pertains of all persons in a particular country at a particular point in time. Now, a mid-term census is the total count of the population in between two primary censuses. Now, for Sierra Leone, let me put it in perspective. We had our last census, main or full census, in 2015. We are expecting to have our next primary census in 2025. In between 2015 and 2025, the media is 2020. Okay? Hence a mid-term census. Okay? However, unlike the full census that collects full demographic and socioeconomic indicators, the midterm census collects only limited socioeconomic and demographic indicators. But the total count of the heads, like the head counts, the total count of the population will be full, just like a mid-term, just like a full term, all right? But the indicators, like the modules that will be collecting, number of households. For example, in the full census, if we had 10 modules, all right, or 15 modules, this one would be like 5 Okay, just as an example, it will not be everything in entirety. It will be just a small subset. Yeah.
So
It's the very first time in the history of sailing that we're having a midterm census, but a midterm census is not something which is new. Okay, it is not in any way new. In other countries of the world, they're doing it. You know, other countries of the world are doing it. It's not something which is actually new. You know, and it is not something which is illegal. Okay, so people might think it is something that is illegal, but it is not illegal. You know, because if you look at the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Chapter 5, Section 38, subsection 7 of the 1991 Constitution, does not in any way indicate, in fact, the time frame.
The United Nations International Organization for Migration, in collaboration with the government of Sierra Leone, ends community-led action training on COVID-19 with community influencers at Moritown. Abdallah Faound was there and filed in this report.
The United Nations International Organization, in partnership with Government of Sierra Leone, has today ended the community-led action training on COVID-19 with community influencers. Community influencers are whom, according to one of the facilitators, Mr. Patrick Fatoma, community members can look up to as their role models.
I think the reaction is very positive generally, because everybody anxious to see the back of this virus in our community, particularly because it gets some secondary impacts that will involve everybody. Even though the disease is not troublesome, it not kill as many people like we do now, other people are really anxious about them, and they're very excited we can get them training here. So I think it's generally positive. Community influencer is somebody where inside any community where a day, people then they look up to them as a role model, as an example of good leadership. It can be market woman then leader, it can be the youth chairman, it can be the imam, it can be the pastor, it can be the local councillor, different groups of people. So then they serve now ordinary individuals, but the way we carry themselves in our community, the respect we get among people then can take them as a community leader. So community leaders and them people that inside the community, when they put them up, then talk something, people then go follow them. If they say let people then practice good behavior, people then they do that good behavior, now that one and they will call community influencers. Expectation is that then we're able to assist the health workers and health intervention people then, for let we make sure say there is compliance with the various things then we do for let prevent coronavirus and spread in our communities and in the country. So they expect say them go support we mobilizers that we can at the community. We expect say themselves then go assist health workers then. We expect say them go talk to family members and community members and neighborhood people them for let them comply with them things and they will go make coronavirus a thing of the past.
In this interview, some participants representing various communities at the end of the training had this to say.
Well, the knowledge we then go pass on to you, at least we will take them back to people and where the training more I see based on this coronavirus. Therefore, and the same training we don't get some of them training here before. But at any time we get them training now, we're able to take them back the person to community people and tell them everything for do, everything not for them. I believe say what I will learn here, I will take them back to the people in the community. Every 2 weeks at the call meeting, I get for the call meeting and inform the people them. I will get team where they go around the community every day. They sensitize them on this COVID-19. Get an outreach team where they go out. So this message, one of the members of the outreach team is there. Then get for they take the message out to the people and for say we all try for prevent ourselves from this COVID-19. We federally come on this country. Any training way, then they call they covered about when they talk about COVID-19, we must take it very seriously because we know say the secret of the country, and we as politicians we already seek to come out because when it's sick we get super pressure from the people then and they spend more money because You get for the help people, and then you say that they will get her for help. So they give about them. So they try for like this thing done at this country.
Anyway, the training I feel good because why I cannot think the way I not be know more. I be know some, but for no I'm more and for no I'm well one. Today I know I'm well one.
In a role model like.
Well, like na my community where I go, I just say and say I forgive me people like the message, let go to them well, let them self go able aware, let them take the precaution where government they say with the master sabi people like we can't train we waiting and tell we but.
Reporting for Newswatch Online Television, I am Abdallah Fawundu.
Let's take a quick commercial break. We will be right back.
Are you looking for a place where you will have fresh poultry eggs? Well, your worries are over. Reef Poultry Eggs is here to satisfy you. Visit us at 28 Charlotte Street, Freetown, or call 079-368959. We do wholesale, retail and home delivery service. Reef Poultry Eggs, your place to be.
Where do you go every time I touch you?
Welcome back. You're still with me, Maria Tudukuri, and this is Newswatch Online TV News Hour. As a way to support athletes during this pandemic, Team Martin Bangura has donated foodstuffs to athletes around the country. Speaking during the donation, Martin Bangura stated that it's time to pay back as it has been a while. Athletes have been asking what the old athletes have done for them. Let's take a look.
Leader, when they carry the tickets for the team Martin Bangura for the coming Congress. So this gathering today, the donation we want to make to the athletics family. Even at this time, we will not say this COVID don't disturb a lot of people welfare. So I think the demand fit say, we try to source some funds where we buy the items there, we can distribute to the family. The whole package, 100 bags of 25 kgs of rice and 100 gallons of vegetable oil. I think we as Sierra Leoneans get a responsibility even at this time. I think we need for the government's effort. We start them up with face masks, even before when government announced it compulsory for everybody to get face masks around the country. So by the time we make the distribution, looking at the trend where the COVID will go, we say this year for continue. And most of our athletes looking for the country, and some of them, people in the way they support them because in the country, but they see them in their homes, they do nothing. That support to them, they give them, will continue. So we decide to say, now look at other ways them for, see how we will come up with something and give them some food support and any other thing for me come on board. Now that make we decide we write a concept, we share amongst ourselves. This, I want to know, say this is a contribution where Mrs. puts small thing. Every member where is now put small thing, they will go out now and so small funding. Contribution all of it together now we buy the items there and share as a family. Because today in our western area we do, and next weekend, because we have for rest this week, we will try to reach out to the southeast and the northern region as well. Already everything there in place. I just get a date and then we move down. I think the reason behind this donation, like I said this in the statement, one for answer that question they say, waiting past athletes they do now to help athletics as Sierra Leone. So these are just one of the ways that we see the answer. So we did now, we're ready for camp now and support. But waiting at the problem we're lacking before, get trusted people for passing here to. But with the team and the trust way people outside there gets in they get money for send them money there now and then they see, say they distribute the items judiciously.
I must say I feel happy because like what my colleagues say, it's not easy right now, particularly the country, it's not easy right now. But like what you happen so today, so we really appreciate because we don't believe for say I see this don't get happy, so more good things there ahead will come. And I'm really happy for Team Martin. It's going to be so by Money Power.
I'm feeling so happy because we cannot forget the first time this one of I feel happy because really most not easy for them because they're my personal but if you don't get this, I feel good
good actually. I feel good. I want to tell them plenty thank you, and I'm not saying a man we can do more than this. I'm not saying a man we can do more than this, and by God in power, and I believe so. And at this point in time, you come at this point in time, you come rescue me. In a difficult time this way, we say the entire athletes of love give it to you. It's easy. And I want to tell them plenty thank you for this great thing we don't for me with the athletes them at this point in time, because things when this corona come, you find it difficult. And I want to tell them plenty thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Newswatch Online TV News with me, your host, Maria Tudukwe. Kindly do not forget to subscribe and follow us on all our social media handles, which are all Newswatch Online TV SL. Once again, I am Maria Tudukwe. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye.